The game.
Right, we're live. Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back to the Kiwi Lads channel. We are here for the second match of round 2 in the Pacific Nations Cup. This one, an exciting fixture. Fiji taking on Australia A.
Pacific Nations Cup. So Australia be in the cup.
Yes, so pretty much the Wallabies are in England, or playing England in that series. So Australia A, they're going to be taking on Fiji.
So who's in it? Fiji, Tonga, Australia, and
Samoa.
Wow. So Australia lost last week?
They did to Samoa. I have shown you the Fijian lineup. We will go through it once again for you, ladies and gentlemen, to see exactly who is out there. It is going to be Hereti Hitit, Matavesi, and Manasa Saulo in the front row. 28 degrees Celsius at the moment in Fiji, just a little bit warm for this fixture. Then Silasila slots in at 4, Ratunai Yarawa slotting in at number 5. Then Kunavula at 6. And then Sove at 7, and then Tuisui slotting in at number 8. Frank Lamani and Titatela, the Fijian draw combo at 9-10. Vinaya Habosi out on the left wing. Joshua Tuisova out on the right. And then Lavani Botia, Tamani Valu in the midfield. Very good side for the Fijians in this backline. And then Manata Mataeli slotting in at number 15.
The players that I'm excited to watch, I'm going to do this because we're going to provide strategic, professional commentary for you guys. Joshua Tuisova, Sita Tamani Valu, Botia, and there was another one.
Your other one was probably Tuisu, I think.
Tuisova.
Tuisu. Japanese. It does a little bit, yeah. Looking through at Australia A's side, Matt Gibbon, Matt Fazer, and Tom Robinson in the front row. Hugh Sinclair and Ryan Smith signing in as 4-5. Sururu, Fraser McRae, and Langy Gleeson. There at number 8. Ryan Lonergan, the captain, getting to captain this side, possibly towards a big victory. We will have to wait and see how it ends up going. But Ben Donaldson at number 10.
The other player was Tamani Valu in the subs for Fiji.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. What about Botitu?
I don't know who he is.
He played in the top 14 final. Very impressive individual for Fiji in the past. Lautoka Stadium and Hudson Croydon slotting in there as 12 and 13. Dylan Petch, Filippo Dalgunu, who is just making his way off the bus there.
He's a lad.
And he is going head-to-head with Joshua Tuisova, which I can't quite get over because that's like mountain versus mountain. Bang. That would hurt. That even kind of hurt a little bit. And Jock Campbell slotting in at 15.
Is that Crichton? No,
I believe it might have been. So the 10 for Australia A is going to be Ben Donaldson. And hi, lads. He's cool, bros. Welcome in, mate. Hope you are doing well. Ben Donaldson played for the Waratahs throughout Super Rugby Pacific. But these are the benches here. It is going to be Ben Vulavula, Botitu, Matawalu, Kamikamitha, Maya Navanua, Dog, also Maui, and Dolokoto for Fiji. Then for Australia A, Feliti Kaitu, Harry Hoffa, Archer Holes, Jeremy Williams. Then it will be Jackson Pugh, James Tuttle, Isaac Henry, decent youngster for the Reds, and then Mark Nawakwanetawasi as the last man in that Australian lineup. But the time for talking is almost done, except not for us because we're doing commentary. These two sides get them ready to go. Now, we didn't actually see a haka from Samoa, but we saw one from Tonga in their matchup. So it seems kind of weird that they cut it short. And I think it was due to time that they were running a bit behind. So they were like, Samoa, you can no longer do your haka. But I would assume that we will see a massive Fijian haka here as these guys, they love a good old hard-hit and a beer.
Who's at the top of the ladder for?
Top of the ladder, Samoa have got 2 from 2, and Fiji, they were able to beat Tonga in their first round, 38 points to 0.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
So it's all to play for.
Yeah. And
if Fiji end up winning it, then next week they play Samoa. Yeah. And that's like bread and butter of a big Pacific Island clash. And Australia going to win the match, says Aroni there. So I guess prediction for you. Who do you think will be able to take out this match? You think Fiji are winning it?
Yeah, Fiji. I haven't really seen how the Australians play, to be honest.
We will go like that. So that's a little bit further towards you. I will go with Fiji as well. I think Fiji by 5, but Australia A could certainly put it together. I think the big thing for them, though, is the fact that they're missing Reece Hodge at fullback. He brought a lot of kind of that structure to the game up against Samoa, which will now be lacking.
For Australia, they're going to get these young guys a lot of experience playing against an international side. So when they do actually play for the proper Wallabies, they're going to be a little bit better.
Yeah, exactly right. And Lautoka Stadium, it's got a little bit of Wallabies experience. Same with Filippo Dalgunu. That is big Sururu playing at number 6 for this game. And then next to him, or a couple men down, Filippo Dalgunu, who actually isn't very big when you look at him compared to Mark Nawaqanitawasi. That's Tane Edmund. He's the one with the red hair.
Yeah, right here.
I think he wasn't on the bench originally, was he? Unless I didn't read through Australia's. No. So Tane Edmund's been brought in as a late change. So I would say that might be for Ben Donaldson.
So what's happened to him?
I think he's disappeared. Maybe not quite, but he's not there anyway. So we will have to keep you guys updated with what is happening for that case. But a few mustaches lurking around for Australia. I'm actually going to do the thing tonight that I did last week, which is if Wales beat South Africa, we are going to be doing the mustache leaving. Everything else is going on. Also, tell your friend to take a nap. Oh, a nappy looks tired and bored, says Philemoni.
Cheers, Philemoni.
He normally gets that way because the lights are something that he's not used to. He's used
got
to
a big light over here. We've got the camera and the screens here. If you sit in front of them, it just, it tires you.
But as soon as we see this match get underway, I think he's going to start coming alive, although he's about to yawn again. You can't be yawning, mate. This is Fiji.
Just tell me
Australia.
Tell me what to do, right?
It's going to be a big one. Fiji, though, you know that they're going to bring that passion into this contest. Manasa Mataeli.
Into a lot of things you do. Bedroom. KFC.
I always bring passion into KFC. You know, it's just such an exciting time when you go in, and then they forget your Moro bar, and then things just go wrong.
They don't have enough passion. If they had passion, they'll give me my big chips and a Moro bar.
First try scorer of this match, who are you going with?
Oh, I have no idea.
See, I feel like in your mind, you probably want to go Tuisova.
Yeah.
But in my mind, I'm going to go Frank Lamani. Yeah, and he's got a brother.
He's so fun to watch, though, Tuisova.
Nikothi, I believe it is. His brother looks exactly like him, and he's an absolute tank in the top 14 as well.
Single time. Well, I remember watching them in the Brisbane teams. And every single time he got the ball, you were always like, oh, here we go.
You'd always just slightly lean in.
Off one go, playing against the Crusaders for Toulon. It was so cool. He was up against Tamani Valu.
You get emotional during the Fijian national anthem, as are the Fijian players. Oh, yeah, I was going to I think the main guy left is taking in more oxygen than his big assistant.
You just call me fat?
No, he just said that you're a bit bigger than me.
Because the internet. Wow, that's nice of you to say.
And also drink some coffee, mate. You're good. Says Philemoni. And also, what do you guys think who do you guys think is going to win tonight? Irish or the All Blacks? What's your prediction for that one?
I've got to say the All Blacks because I don't know.
I think Ireland get closer.
I think Ireland get way closer. Like, I think Ireland have a very high chance of winning. You know? But I do not... I don't know.
It's a tricky one, isn't it?
The main thing for last week was when the All Blacks lost. It was because the Irish couldn't contain them just running the ball.
When the Irish lost, yes.
Yeah, the Irish lost. They just couldn't contain the All Blacks constantly running the ball.
And the pub's actually in there as well. You do enjoy the pub, don't you?
I do enjoy the pub.
You're going for it again. I'm going to have to... I gave him some Tim Tams beforehand. And he's still bloody... Ooh, Fiji fired up. Are you fired up?
Oh, yeah.
Woo! Come on.
I just like how the field looks like a... It's got the tin fence in the background. It's just funny. I'm so used to watching them in big stadiums.
All Blacks line up kind of looking weird a little. Says Gold Bros, and also do Fiji also do a haka, or is it Samoa? No, they also have a haka, and they just tried to intimidate Australia A. We'll have to wait and see whether or not it is an effective intimidation factor. But Frank Lamani and Titatela, the one benefit that I feel Fiji and Draw really have in this contest is their 19 combo. They're usually together for the Fiji and Draw.
I said Tamani Valu and Tuisova, but Tamani Valu's not on.
Yes,
so he should. Is he?
Yeah, he's in the starting
lineup. Is he not
lineup.
Subs?
No, number 13.
He should really. I feel like watching him and Tamani Tuisova is going to be really cool because I like Tamani Valu when you play for the Crusaders.
And Fiji will win. Says Sully there. They've got a very good chance. I normally leave it up so that you can see who's on each of the sides.
I have to do my homework, do I?
I can move it a little bit so you can see yourself if that makes you feel a bit better. That has been kicked off, and Filippo Dalgunu takes it nicely. Currently 25 metres out from their own line here. for Fiji. They will be trying to get this ball back as soon as possible. Ryan Lonergan puts up the box kick, and also I wouldn't mind if Ireland wins, so it's 1-1. And if the Irish, or if Ireland do win, then the last game is going to be intense. Yeah, I think that's a good way of looking at it. I want to see a close series.
Yeah.
So that's the same with Australia, England. I'm hoping it becomes 1-1.
I do kind of feel like England's going to beat the Australians by a bit, though.
Mm-hmm.
I want Australia to win, but I'm the same as. I just don't know if I've got much more to give.
That's a penalty to Fiji. Great work in the breakdown there. I believe it was Lavani Bortia who gets in there, the big man from Lautoka.
Yeah.
Actually missed out on the final of the Champions Cup. Unfortunately, I think due to injury, but he's back now. Lavani Bortia, and he is a tank. Plays for the same side as Victor Vito, Tavita Kurbalo, Ihaya West, all those Kiwis over there in France doing nicely. And also, I wouldn't mind if Ireland wins. Oh, no, I read that one, didn't I? I'm good at that. I'm great at repeating ones that I have read. Let's kick for touch. He hasn't found touch. That is Siruru. That is a mistake from Fiji. Unfortunately, Titetela gets it wrong, and rather than being a 5-metre line out, it is now going to be back to where that penalty was, about 40 metres out, and Australia are going to have themselves a scrum feed. You have to wonder, was that outside of the distance for kicking? About 43 metres out. Lavani Borti, though, how do you shift that?
You don't.
No.
That's what just happened.
It just gets the penalty, doesn't he?
They didn't shift him, so he got the ball.
He's got a very low centre of gravity.
He's just big.
And he's made of tree trunks, with his legs. Yeah. So that always helps with a good foundation, a good base. And Bortia played in the Champions Cup final. Oh, was he there for the Champions Cup final? Did he end up missing? What one did he miss? I know he got a red card at one point, and he also had a little bit of an injury. Only soft Kiwis were out. Says, I'm nutty there. You will learn about I'm nutty as we do a few more live streams now. It is going to be Ryan Lonergan. Goes back. Okay, Tane Edmund is not on the field. So I believe Ben Donaldson is still there. Tavita Dalgunu Filippo Dalgunu.
Get it right, mate.
Sorry about that, mate.
Do your homework.
Who was that, number 8?
I don't know.
Langy Gleeson. There you go. Donaldson now goes off to the short side. Jock Campbell. Now to Lalakai Fakiri. He's going to be in touch, and now it is going to be a line out in favour of Fiji. Albert Tuisui having a bit of a wrestle there with Filippo Dalgunu. He's saying, I didn't have the ball, even though the ball's in his hand. It's not my ball. I didn't have It's just going to have to run away from there.
I am not part of this game.
Aussie got sent off in 2021, and Fiji should win. Don't need the Aussies to win. Says Colbros. And that's the thing. If Fiji win, it sets up an even better matchup next week, because it will be Samoa versus Fiji. Both sides.
That's right.
They won't have any losses on their record. Filippo Dalgunu having a kicking attempt
he's missed the bloody ball.
Didn't quite get that one over the head of Manasa Martelli, who has cleaned it up now. We'll be kicking it back downfield with the returning kick. Nicely taken by the youngster. Jock Campbell plays for the Reds. There's actually quite a few Reds players who are making their way through there. Nicely taken by Titetela inside of his 22. Certainly won't want to miss the touchline here. It looks like he's given it a decent hoof downfield.
Damn, boy.
And goes into touch. I should mention that the crowd is really filled up for this matchup. In the last match...
How does it work, though? Do they have... They don't have seats. Do they get given a seat?
No, you just attendance. You go in.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? It's like a high school game.
I mean, Hagley Oval's the same, though. They've got some seating, which is actually on this far side, where it's got a grandstand, and then on this side, you just kind of sit on the embankment. A lot of people prefer that kind of style, rather than having the seats, because you can kind of get up and wiggle around a little bit if you need to. I'll see you, laddie. They can hop on the try line, says Mark Roberts there as well. That was not a straight throw from Harry Hofford, unfortunately. In fact, it was Matt Faisler, sorry.
Oh, right.
Tom Robertson in the front row of the Western Force. That's about your 17th yawn of the live stream.
Yeah.
You're going to have to start smacking you in the mouth.
Try.
Or just putting something in there. I'll put like a controller.
You got to be quick.
Imagine just shoving a controller. I'd have to run.
I will
There's
bite
nowhere
down
to
and
run.
I will crack that controller. I'm like an alligator, man.
I often hear alligators make that noise. Frank Lamani.
They do it all the time.
After Titetela. Now the back line starting to link up quite nicely. Ball on the outside. Tuisova going for it. He's broken one tackle. He's tackled into touch though. That was a brilliant tackle.
That is Australia's first lesson. Do not come up out of the line and tag Tuisova. Do you see that one Australian player came up and they just went, what a dumbass.
Around the back.
I don't know who that was, but what a dumbass. Then they gave it to him and he nearly got away. Look at that. He just shrugged off that dude.
It's pretty well done from Hudson Crichton. to be able to push him into touch there. Because Tuiso, like we mentioned, he is another player similar to Lavani Bortio who just has low center of gravity.
Them speed. You've got to get to them before they get the ball. That other guy coming up out of the line, that was defensive, real bad defense.
So would you say he was trying to get to the ball before it got to Tuiso?
Yeah, but then he created a huge gap. There was no one covering him because he was Tuiso's defender.
Also, we've got that P from Itate.
Well done, Itate.
Now Tuiso takes it again. Going forward.
Oh, no, he's just killing people.
He's bumped through the tackle, Langy Gleeson, but Fraser McWright, they have been able to stop him there, of course. Does very well in the top 14.
I just love watching guys like Tuisova, Tamani Valu.
Vanaya Habosi. He is someone who people have called the Tuisova 2.0, and it's gone off nicely. Now, Frank Lamani hit hard on the tackle by Fraser McWright. Those two have spent a bit of time playing together in Super Rugby Pacific. Ball now available, but it will be the penalty to Fiji. Yeah, Vanaya Habosi, most defenders beaten, one of the most running meters in the Super Rugby competition, most tries for the Fijian drawer. He is a beast.
He's a machine.
And he's only had one international cap, and you wouldn't think it by looking at him. You'd think he had been there for the last, 5 years.
That's cool. It's actually quite cool. Like, you see games like Fiji, Tonga, and Samoa, and then you start to learn how many of them play for French sides, and then you start to watch those French games just because you enjoy watching that player. Like, I used to be a massive fan of Toulon because I love Tuisova. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Naya Thalevu, currently playing for the same team as Nadi Lamape.
Yeah.
Stade Francais.
Yeah.
Didn't go the best this season.
That's one of the reasons why I love watching European rugby, because it's where all the stars are. It's where all the big players are. All the New Zealanders are all over there, and so is Japan, but Japanese couldn't be able to control Tuisova though.
I saw a Fijian farmer climbing up a coconut tree and thought, his nuts.
Oh, well.
Wait, he's nuts.
His nuts.
No, I guess
he's nuts.
That was a good old meme, wasn't it?
These nuts.
And also coconutty. Here's cozy internet. There's but
playing the trombone in the background there.
Don't know, but he hits better notes than I do on the guitar. And that kick has gone over from Titatela. So now the score it is going to be 3-0 in favour of Fiji at home. This game's being played in Lautoka in front of a packed out house. I'm looking forward to the next round. I think it's also in Fiji. I'll have a quick look. But Fiji woman versus Papua New Guinea woman has just kicked off as well.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
I know your passcode.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
That's unfortunate, isn't it?
Next time, give me your phone. I'll see if I can do it.
It's not a good idea.
Can I try it?
Nah.
I want to say it. I just want to see if I know.
Bossy lined up.
Oh, God. Australians are they're doing all right, but
they need a bit more position, don't they?
Yeah.
First 8 minutes has been all Fiji. Titatela, that looks like it could have gone anywhere, but luckily for him, it's worked out not too bad. Joshua Tuisova unable to take it. Dylan Peach, but a pressure on him. Now down the wing, Manasa Mataele. He had a lot of running meters for the Western Force as well. Big shot from Fraser McWright. I feel like he is one of the keys for Australia A here because he will muscle up with these guys. Like, he doesn't care if he gets knocked out.
Yeah.
He just will do it. Now, big run off to Manasa Solo. Big man, 130 kgs in the front row for Fiji. Frank Lamani now going off into the hands of Ratunaya Rawa. It's a hard one to say. Frank Lamani tries to snipe around the side of the breakdown. Moving up to 50 meters out now. Ratunaya Rawa.
Fijian on Fijian.
Gotta love it, don't you? Always going to be some big hits out there. And currently 3-0, I shall mention, to Fiji. And also good coverage. Do you remember listening to the 12th man? He was an Aussie. And there's Aussies. I'm nutty. I don't. Someone's mentioned it in the past, though, about the 12th man. Was it a podcast or something along those lines that he did used to do? That is going to be now the penalty to Australia for Filippo Delgunu.
Yeah, what a boy.
What a boy indeed.
What a boy. What a bloke.
What a great man.
What a man.
Oh, this next week's game is actually going to be played at Lautoka as well.
Oh.
I was just learning.
Do they play any games in Australia?
No, not for this one. All games in Fiji, so a little bit of an extended holiday for the Australian, Samoan and Tongan sides.
Yeah.
Always good to see, isn't it?
Big
good kick downfield. That one's going to go just outside of the 22 now. About 30 metres out. And also now he did fake sports coverage in Age Before Internet. And there's Aussies, I'm nutty. Okay, well then, no. I know that there's a podcast currently called The 12th Man, so I assume that was the same one. But I guess it was probably maybe someone doing it based off. Oh, in fact, that's a cricket podcast, isn't it? The 12th Man.
Yeah.
Now I think about it. And I was like, hey, Amish and George says, Brandon, welcome in, mate. Hope you are doing well. Sururu now hanging on to this ball, 25 metres out from the line. Ryan Lonergan passes back to Ryan Smith. A lot of Ryans in the team for this match. Same with Mats, two very common names in Australia.
Yeah.
Fraser McWright, he's tackled hard by Vinaya Habosi. In fact, no, that was Lavani Bhatia. Ball available now. Out the back, Australia just trying to put together a few phases.
They've made a bit of progress, but they need to hold on to the ball.
And classic joke player called Pierce. Where's Pierce off? Says, I have nothing there. Nice run. Fraser McWright tries to find the offload to Jock Campbell. I think there might have been a little knock on from Jock Campbell there, but Filippo Dalgunu. Who's Tavita Dalgunu? I think he's a different. Oh, Tavita Dalgunu is the sevens player for Fiji. That's where that name comes from. We have been doing a bit of sevens coverage recently. Commonwealth Games only 20 days away.
You talk lots.
I do. Fraser McWright. He's dropped the ball, but he's got it again.
They're not getting any ground here. They're just going backwards.
The tackle from Nasove.
They're just throwing it for the fun of it.
10 phases in. Suru now trying to break the line. This is going to be very tricky for Australia to get through, but I think once they get through, they might have a bit more luck. Now, Langy Gleeson trying to find the offload on the outside. He gives it off to Dylan Peach.
He was never going to get anywhere.
No.
Secondly, his defenders. I'm finding with the Australians, they're just throwing the ball for the sake of it.
Oh, almost a juggle there.
They're not getting anywhere. They've lost ground.
The Fijian defence, very defensively sound at the moment. Jock Campbell, decent little crack there trying to go through. Ryan Lonergan gives it off. The last thing I was going to say is a little kick in behind because I feel like that's just given the position back to Fiji.
Advantage. I don't see the point in that. Now they were there. Now they're going to be there.
Yeah, finger through the screen almost there, didn't you? That'll be all right. I'll go another one. I'm not going to show you where it is though because you want to smash it.
Why would I want to do that?
Well, it's like when we had that office GR, you're like, can we put a sledgehammer through it? And I was like, 5 a.m. and
I'll throw a sledgehammer at you.
Cool.
How does that sound? Does that sound like a bit of fun?
It does. They're filming in slow motion.
It wants to see a YouTube video of me throwing a sledgehammer at Hamish. From a distance, he has to dodge it.
And also, haven't slept, don't want to miss the match in 3 hours, says Jack. Yeah, that game, Ireland versus New Zealand, getting closer and closer. Yeah. We will be covering that one on the channel as well. And then we have got Australia versus England. We have got, what else have we got?
I will come in for the Australia-England game for a bit, guys.
You might be asleep by then.
I don't know if you guys like me or not, but I'll be there for a bit.
Cool.
Who are the coaches?
Not sure.
Actually, Brad Fawn coaching the Australian A side.
Could be worth a crack, maybe. Although the next game being played at Suncorp, so surely Brad will be watching that one.
He's that guy, the Fijian coach. Who is he? I know who he is.
I keep on thinking, different fella. They've said that he used to coach Scotland.
Yeah. Oh, I can't remember his name.
And George, you should join my Discord, says Brandon.
No, I'm all right.
A few of the Australian players, they're just sitting, waiting patiently for maybe an opportunity in the third match. It's their next game will be up against Tonga. Well, not quite at the bottom of the bottom. They are sitting in third because they did get themselves a bonus point. Really? Again.
Yeah. It's not my fault.
Oh, that's a little bit.
No, it's not.
12 minutes through this game currently. Fiji sitting on 3. Australia sitting on 0, and it's going to be the mistake there from Fiji just outside of their 22. It's a nice run forward from Ratunai. Now it's being knocked out of the hands of Frank Lamani. Counter-attacking opportunity. Langy Gleeson sells the dummy. He's going almost through. Wasn't able to find the offload. This is the first real attacking opportunity for Australia inside of the 22. Matt Gibbon now gives it a crash up. Now short side, Ryan Lonergan. That's close. Oh, it's nicely done by Hugh Sinclair, and Australia A will take the lead.
Well done.
Just like that. First real attacking opportunity.
What are you doing?
I was just checking to see what the score was in Fiji, Papua New Guinea. Not a lot's happened yet because it only just started. Nicely done by Hugh Sinclair. His first try, and also, are you sure it's not crazy? Hamish is a moderate. Am I? I didn't even know I wasn't. I didn't even know I was a moderator, to be honest. I don't even know how to moderate on my Discord server, to be honest. And also, what channel are you watching it on, bro? It is going to be on Sky Sport 1 here in New Zealand. If you want to watch the women's game between Fiji and Papua New Guinea, that is Sky Sport 2. But also on World Rugby's website, you may be able to catch some of this matchup. And also, would you be able to provide coverage of Footrock Flats rugby seen during halftime in a game? Says, I'm nothing there. People might get very confused at what is going on. But Foot Rot Flats, of course, a classic movie. That looks like Frank Lamani staying down a bit longer than he would have liked. I think he got crushed.
Come on, Frank. You can do it, Frank. So what's Foot Rot Flats?
What's Foot Rot Flats? Are you from New Zealand?
Rugby scene. Is that the one where they all jump into the ruck?
Yeah, that's one of them, yeah. And also, what time is USA versus Chile? It will be 10 a.m. tomorrow. And also, Dwayne has said, long day for you boys. Yeah, slightly longer for myself.
Hamish just got out of bed about 2 hours ago.
Yeah, got out of bed.
No, you got out of bed at what time this morning?
Like 11:30. Yeah. Because I knew that I was going to be up till like 2 p.m. on tomorrow.
So why do you do... Since you were awake all night last night, you didn't get out of bed till 9 last night. And then you were up all night?
No, I was up till like 3 or so, 3 or 4. Getting in those sleep hours, you know. You gotta sleep is important. Please, George Hamish is moderate. George Hamish is moderate. Give time out, says Brandon there as well. I think because you're downloading on the Xbox, that's actually why this is freezing.
Ah, do I need to stop?
Maybe. Do you want to just unplug it from the wall?
Or just
now 15 meters out.
Can I unplug it from here?
Yeah, just from if you hold down the power or. Did you unplug the right one? Okay. I was worried for a second that this was all going to go black. But Davida Dalguna, it should be a bit smoother now, I think. Yeah. Now thrown in Sam Matavesi over the top. Xbox, nice name. From Portland Machine. Says it was I am nutty. And also we have got that Hamish makes them, says Brandon. Now it's a loose ball for Fiji, but we're going back for the penalty. At the moment, the score sitting 7 points to Australia, which is late to update on the scoreboard. Yeah. And 7 for Fiji.
Who's the ref? Wayne Barnes.
Nice Xbox, nice name for porn machine. Says I'm nutty there.
Well done, I'm nutty. Who's the ref?
Wayne Barnes for this contest. He's going to be in charge of this one. I'm going to check and see what the score is in the Papua New Guinea game once again, just to make sure that we are keeping everything up to date.
Okay. Who's going 1 + 1 + 1
I think that is maybe the line-out call from Fiji.
1 + 1 = 2. No, 1 + 1 + 1.
1 + 1 + 1 would mean Manasa Solo would possibly get this ball. Okay, Fiji are 3. No, they're not 3-0. One moment. That's our game.
Oh, they've lost it.
Lost the ball. Australia jumping on it quite nicely. I think that was Dylan Peach really committing to it. Making sure that he kept it on the side.
Australia are the underdogs.
Yep.
Fiji will be one of the best Pacific Island teams, won't they?
Yeah, in this competition,
Samoa?
They are favourites.
Ryan Lonergan. This could be quite a big upset if the Australians beat them. You know, nice a few upset Fijians.
From Hudson Crichton. Now passing it back across Suru. Currently, Fiji leading 10-0 in the game up against Papua New Guinea, as well as the other update we will provide for you.
He was smart. He didn't throw the ball away, but then he did, and he did that, and he did well.
Nice run from Langy Gleeson. That's going to be the advantage, though, for leaving his feet initially.
Runs it up.
Nice run from Hugh Sinclair, already scoring 1 try in the earlier stages of this match as well. I should mention now Ben Donaldson, rubber behind Tavita Dalgunu. Oh, sorry, Filippo Dalgunu goes in there, now going back for the advantage for Australia.
It was a pretty good little grubber kick.
Was it?
Yeah.
Currently tackling, not releasing. So unfortunately just getting a little bit too quick into that as George Maya G on Discord hears. So I feel like you're about to get an invite.
I won't join it, Brandon, because I'm getting sick of Discord notifications popping off my phone. Then I think I've got a text. It's the same sound. So
when I send you a message, do you go, oh?
No.
No, yeah.
No.
I feel like I send quite a few messages though, so you know. And
when you ring me, I go, oh my god.
And what time do the Wallabies play tonight? Amish says, Robert, they are playing at 9:55 p.m. And also they're Raka, make the Fiji team if he left France. I think he'd have to wait another 3 years before getting to. So it's whether or not he'd be past his prime at that stage. Because Ma'a Nonu's talking about playing for Samoa at the Rugby World Cup, which, I mean, he's still playing in the MLR normally, Ma'a Nonu, so he's not doing too bad.
He's old now. He'd be like, what,
34, 36, something like that. Now Ryan Lonergan about to line up this kick. 19 minutes into this game, and it looks like He's going to strike it not too badly. And the score now is going to be 10 points to Australia A and 3 points to Fiji. Yeah. Now, the scoreboard is still not updating, which is just flash score at its finest. But hopefully it does update relatively soon so you guys can see exactly what the score is. But quite a few faces there. Notice that man in the back with the hat, sunglasses? That was Scott Robinson.
Oh, was it?
Yep.
I didn't even see him.
I thought.
Yeah.
Scouting, looking at possible other international teams that he can play for or can coach. And also Fiji will win. Says Efremi, and also we've got any prediction with the ABs. I think we should put a score on them, says Dwayne. I think it's going to be a bit closer. I think Ireland lose by less than 10.
Scott Robinson will be on holiday. In Fiji. That's what he'll be doing.
And yeah, they play in that Suncorp. New Zealand will win. And tonight, what's your score prediction for the second test match between the All Blacks and Ireland game in Dunedin? I think New Zealand by 10. I'll go. I don't think it's going to be much more. Ireland would have learned a lot from that last game. That looks like it's going close to out on the full, but it just stays in the field to play. Manasa Mataele tries to keep it in, but Australia A will now have themselves to line out. I should mention no TMO in this, so it's pretty much whatever goes. And can you turn them off? I mean, if he turns them off, then there wouldn't be much point in him being in there.
To be honest with you, no.
It'd just be another digit in the number type thing. Like, he wouldn't use it.
No. One.
That one went into touchdown. Nicely taken by Hugh Sinclair. He's had a good game so far, Hugh Sinclair.
Yeah.
Been busy. Fraser McRide also.
Oh, he's kicked it away. Hard. Interesting.
Ryan Lonergan puts it high.
I wouldn't give the Fijians the ball.
So we saw that.
What happens.
Straight through.
They run it, man. I just wouldn't give them the ball.
45 metres out for the line now. Fiji. Tete Tela goes off to Manasa Mataele. Did used to play for the Crusaders, now at the Western Force. So Scott Robinson will know quite a bit. And why is there no TMO? Pretty much just because, I guess...
It's not a big game. They don't have...
Yeah. It's one of those ones that, yes, TMO would have been useful, but it would have been a lot more expensive to run the competition for it. And I just joined how Aussie coming, brother. They put in pressure on Fiji, says Mark. The first 10 minutes were definitely Fiji's, but now the next 10, I would say, have gone Australia's way as they found themselves just a little bit more, I guess...
intensity.
A bit more time on the ball as well. Lamani goes off to Tete Tela.
Their defense has improved a bit. They're coming up together in a line.
Although, alongside that, you'd have to say that Fiji's defense is pretty solid for the first little while, other than that try. Now it's a bit of a juggle for Nasila. Sela breaking now. I think we jinxed them.
That was bad defense.
Now, Matavisi tried to go for the quick recycle ball, and he has ended up dropping it. Now Jock Campbell will kick it downfield. And now, that's a good kick from Jock Campbell, and it's going out only about 30 metres out from the Fijian line.
Yeah, Robertson will be in Fiji surfing. He's on holiday. My boy deserves it too.
Bit of surfing, bit of breakdancing.
I always wonder what people like him, because he'll have until pre-season to do nothing. You know,
he might. Does he help out with an NPC team? Does he help coach Canterbury?
Well, I kind of get the feeling he's probably going to do what he did and probably help a few international sides. To be honest, because he helped out the Barbarians, he helped out the Lions. They were talking about him coming in when they were touring New Zealand. That's what he sort of tends to do.
That's a penalty once again to Fiji, and Frank Lamani takes the quick tap. Now, he wasn't quite on the mark, but it's going to work out quite nicely for Lamani. Does try and link up to Tatela. Now on the outside. It could be a Tuasova show in a very short moment. Manasa Mataele, though, hangs on for it too long.
The Australians nearly get the ball, but they didn't, so now they're going to have to suffer.
And now it's an advantage as well in favour of Fiji. 30 metres out from the line, close to stealing it once again for Australia. And also go Fiji, says Richard, and also I will stop by, but Hamish, get ready for question time. And as I says Brandon, now Frank Lamani goes back to Tatela after Sam Matavisi. Now, I believe, if I'm not wrong, he's been playing for the Northampton Saints and the Gallagher Premiership. Quite a few Premiership guys.
Yeah, Premiership, French, Top 14, Pro 14, whatever it's called now.
Oh, the URC?
Yeah.
The good old URCA. And also, Crow, question for you, who will win? I think Fiji are going to take this one. Australia going well now, but Fiji closed out their game up against Tonga extremely well, and they are still finding offloads. Now, Sela gives it off now to Manasa Solo. Nicely juggled there. Big fend, and through he goes, number 13. And you know exactly who that is, don't you?
It's Tuasova?
No, it's Tamani Valu, who did manage to score the try.
He's got a new haircut.
Tamani Valu.
He's not on the wing. He's not as tall as I remember.
Now, ex-Crusader way back in the day, isn't he?
Not way back.
Well,
during Scott Robinson's era.
Yes, wee while though. He's been there a while.
Who does he play for now?
Sitariki Tamani Valu. No, that's Levani Borgia.
Who does he play for?
I believe he's playing in the top 14. Maybe.
I'm trying to remember who he plays for.
And also, I think we'll beat England tonight. I think Rowo will be England coach if they lose to Oz. And then go Fiji, says Richard. Also, George smiling at Laddie.
That's something I'd love to see. I'm going to be honest, I'm a huge Scott Robertson fan, and if the All Blacks don't want him, he's going to go somewhere else. And if he goes to England, that would be something I'd love to see. I'd be rooting for England, man. It'd be so weird. I want them to win everything.
Sitariki Tamani Valu scores the first try of the match for Fiji there.
What's the go with Scott Robinson? He's still got like a year left on his contract, doesn't he?
I think so, yeah.
And
then Foster's also got to after the World Cup lockdown.
Yeah, so they're thinking about after the World Cup, but I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. Whether or not he goes for an international gig before the World Cup and then does that until the World Cup. Because what year's 2024? Next World Cup?
2023.
I
see the scoreboard still on 3-0 to Fiji.
Yeah.
So we might actually have to add our own scoreboard down the bottom till Flash score.
On here?
No, on the Flash score one. See? 3-0. So I'm going to up it.
I thought you always did that.
No. That's why we're off to this side. Do you watch my live streams much?
I thought you always updated the scoreboard.
Yeah, but that's through Flash score, so I can't affect it.
Right.
So pretty much it's stuck till they change it. Type thing. You know?
I'm getting YouTube notifications.
Is it of ours?
No, probably not.
Yeah. The real score at the moment is Fiji 8 and Australia are sitting on 10 currently. Australia A. There we go. And we will put that down the bottom until Flash score works out what's going on in this contest. Luckily, they've still got roughly the same score or like the time. Even that's off. It's 26 minutes in. There's a little knock on from Fiji, and now Australia have got themselves a scrum feeding question time. You've got 50 seconds, but that's not a question. Why do Premier don't start? Your phone is get lost.
Brandon, listen, bud, you're going to ask the questions. We've got to be able to read it. Is that a question?
Fiji says Neville Singh, and they're going to be doing pretty decently. But yeah, Premier, you've got to set it as a Premier. That's the big thing rather than just a video. So that would be one. And also, I think you've got to have no active copyright strikes to be able to do a premiere of a video. So like 26 and a half minutes through now. Australia sitting on 10. Fiji sitting on 8. That was a little bit of a sneaky tactic from Frank Lamani trying to kick that ball away.
Would that be legal?
Yep. As long as you don't kick his hands, you're actually allowed to. Lonergan now off to Langy Gleeson. Getting close now. Nice tackle made by Tete Teller. One last crack for Australia from about the 5 meters out here. It's another advantage. Too many penalties going against them. Ben Donaldson finds the offload. Great hands from Dylan Peach, and he's only just hung on to it.
This is going to be some highlight reel. This is.
And that is the try to Dylan Peach. So Australia, they will move up now to 15 points on the board. We will go like that, like they're saying. An error from kickoff did lead to Australia being able to get themselves the position back. And Dylan Peach. Okay, Wayne Barnes is having quite the chat with Dylan Peach. And yes, go Fiji, says Miriama there. Ben Donaldson, nice offload. Dylan Peach, that was well handled.
That was definitely a try. No forward pass, no nothing. That was definitely a try.
Yep. So now the score is 15 points to Australia A and Fiji sitting on 8. So still within the 7. Oh, he's talking about the fact that he took it while it was halfway behind him. He has no idea how he caught it. Now who scored for Fiji? It was Tamani Valu. Was able to get himself the try. And then the tries for Australia, Hugh Sinclair and also Dylan Peach now.
1-1.
That's the other one. But Ryan Lonergan sitting 2 from 2 at the moment here.
Why am I getting notifications about some YouTube channel? What is it?
Probably ours, is it?
Micro strategy.
Oh, you're learning about
Bitcoin.
Crypto.
Why am I getting this? Turn off.
Now Ryan Lonergan ready to line up this kick. Hey, we posted a video.
Yeah.
And that's a shocker from Ryan Lonergan. Unfortunately, that gets rid of the 100% kicking record for the first half. And it is now sitting at 15 points to 8. And also, what was the result of the second match between All Blacks versus Ireland yesterday? They have not quite played. It is going to be only in about 3 hours' time that they will be playing. But the first match went the way of New Zealand. So now they'll be trying to get the second one to do the same thing. Forsyth Bar as well. Going to be an atmosphere and a half.
Yeah. You
enjoy Forsyth Bar? You've been to Forsyth Bar?
Bar is good because people can actually run with the ball. I freaking all stadiums should be indoors.
That's incredible. It's a nice clearing kick. Once again, Australia are really getting that part of their game right.
Yeah.
Throughout these stages.
They're doing well. They get the ball and they make good ground, but I feel like they kick the ball to the Fijians too much.
Ooh, maybe.
You know?
That's incredible. And actually normally a fly half.
But you watch the Fijians here, they'll get this ball and they'll run it hard and they will get good ground if they get the ball.
Nicely taken there. It was Nasila now off to... Oh, that's close to a penalty. Yes, it is. Not releasing him. Dylan Peach not too happy about it. Neither is Fraser McWright and Frank Lamani getting right up in their face and go, Fiji, you got this. Says Eferemi there. Yeah, Fiji, that's the thing. Being 7 points down won't phase them much.
No.
This is not the score. This one here, the real score at the moment is 8 points to 15. I'm probably going to do what I did on one of my other live streams, and that is change to a different scoreboard app at halftime, because this is quite shocking, isn't it?
Yeah.
I haven't even realised Australia have scored. Or Fiji. And I was like, heck yeah, Billy. And I was like, hey, Hamish and George, hope you boys are good at sucks. I have COVID, and I'm meant to be at Suncorp tonight to see the Wallabies. So yeah, sadly, you will have to watch it from the comfort of your own house. So hopefully you've got yourself your subscription to Stan. And yeah, hopefully you do recover relatively quickly, mate. Right, time off.
Yeah.
Wayne Barnes not happy about something. They didn't have enough men in there.
Shit, these are you people over there.
Actually making a sub already for Fiji.
Piss off Wayne because I feel like he's just that guy that clicks. He just loses it. You know?
He taken once again. Now off the back. Tui Sova. Someone's got to try and stop him. Dylan Peach, fair play. Because that looked like Lalakai Fakiti was like a deer in the headlights.
Get out that way. The whole team's out there, guys.
Ratanaya Rawa. Nice run forward. But Kamikami has come onto the field for Kunavula, who did only get a few minutes of this one. I hope Sexton doesn't get a head knock today. No way he should be playing. If he wasn't AB, he wouldn't play. Says Dwayne. Or Dwayne, sorry.
Good D,
as well.
Good
nice
D,
tackle.
Good D.
On Lavani Bortia now. Hireti hit it. Gets closer. Frank Lamani fires it back to Manasa Solo. This is very close for Fiji. It's knocked on, but it's going back for the penalty. And that will be in favour of Fiji. This is an easy 3 if they want it. And will George be here for both games, the All Blacks and the Wallabies game? He will not. I believe he is joining for half of the Wallabies game up against England, but he will be.
Yeah, I'll have to see how much it's raining outside, guys. Because I've got to go to work if it doesn't rain enough today.
Tomorrow, he will be going to work, I should say.
Yeah, but if it doesn't rain enough today, I'll be going to work tomorrow. So. And
yo, Hamish, what's up? I've not been here in a while. Hello, Mr. Cookie Boy. Hope you're doing well, mate. Hope you're excited for all the internationals that we have got ourselves in the near future. Like, this is a big day. 6 games back-to-back. It could be 7 if we did the Rugby World Cup qualifier between USA and Chile, but they're not actually showing that here in New Zealand, sadly.
Oh, well.
Now 32 minutes into this contest. Score 8 points to Fiji, 15 for Australia A as well. And now Frank Lamani waiting for it at the back. It looks like Tuisui might get the opportunity to grab that one. Did you see Saru just try and kick that ball away?
Yeah.
That was slightly cynical. Going to have to be very careful there, Saru. So there's another penalty to Fiji. But yeah, he was like, oh, there's the ball. Just give it a little boot, try and make it a little bit trickier for them. Illegal wheeling there against Tom Robinson in the front row, and it will be...
Why are you yawning, man? Don't do that.
I didn't yawn once during our last live stream. I think there's a trend here.
Yeah.
Watching someone do it 20 times, 21 times. It is through. And USA should win. So let's go USA, the Eagles. Here's Aiden there as well, but now 33. 7 minutes left. There's plenty of time for Fiji to cross the dotted line one more time.
Yeah, absolutely.
And keep up Fiji. Says Eferemi there. Ball fed in. Frank Lamani now gives it back off to Tititella. Back line, it might be an opportunity for Tamani Valu. Goes to Lavani Bortia. And it's another try for Fiji. The centers linking up dangerously. And Lavani Bortia does manage to get it down. And that's the thing. This could be the combination at the World Cup. Lavani Bortia, and that's not even having Semi Radradra in the talking point.
Yeah.
And also most of the children play for one team. And MRC says it was I am nutty. That was a nice backline. Titetela went off now into the hands of Tamani Valu. And I should mention as well, Naya Falevu not playing in this game either. So there are a lot of good Fijian players in that midfield that they could go with that they haven't for this matchup. But 34 minutes through, and it is another try in this contest.
Absolutely.
And also, I went to the All Blacks versus Ireland front row at Eden Park, so hopefully you did enjoy that matchup. It would have been a very entertaining one, I would have thought. Definitely if you wanted the All Blacks to be able to get themselves the win. I'm quickly getting a scoreboard ready for this match, ladies and gentlemen, for the second half, just because the scoreboard's let us down big time, hasn't it? Unfortunately. So what we can do is we'll drag that to there, go that, and then at halftime in 5 minutes' time, we will fix it so that it is a little bit quicker, but that kick has not gone over. And also very loud, says Mr. Cookie Boy. Yeah, it would have been blasting big time in the front row. Definitely like that Irish chant at the start of the game. You know, the Irish national anthem. It's just a thing of beauty, isn't it?
The Irish national anthem?
Yeah.
It's a thing, isn't it?
Well, it is a thing, yeah.
Why am I still getting notifications about this?
It's probably saying that we've got a live stream soon, is it?
We expect 6,000 per Bitcoin.
Oh, yeah, you got all the...
I turned it off.
You got the YouTube bloody fancy one, don't you?
Turn off all from...
Nicely slapped forward from Tavita Del Gunu. Filippo, I mean.
Oh, dear.
Now, Manasa Mataeli hanging on to this one, 35 minutes into this contest.
What the...
It's another one. Just like that.
God,
Got
turn off
virus,
notifications.
Frank Lamani back into the pocket. And Titetela does look for touch. And also Wales upset the Springboks and Scotland upsets Argentina, I'm calling
I'd
it.
love if Fiji beat France.
When's that happening?
World Cup.
Is it?
I just quite like it, isn't it?
I was going to say, I don't think they're in our group.
Yeah, but they don't have to be in our group. It's called the finals.
Mm.
Right?
Mm-hmm. Okay. Go Fiji. Says Efaremi, and also I can see Fiji knocking out Wales in the Rugby World Cup as they did 2007. And there's our now Sururu passing back across to Donaldson, first receiver Langy Gleeson now.
Oh, no.
Tackled by Kami Tha. Ryan Lonergan back to Sinclair now. Lalakai for Kitty, bit of a juggle from Hudson Crichton. Goes for the kick in behind. It goes straight to Tuisova.
He kicked it.
Which is the last thing you want to do.
Tuisova. I don't know why, but he did.
Tackle made by Fraser McWright. Now off to Hiriti Titetela. I don't think anyone was chasing that one, and it's gone out on the full as well.
No communication.
And also, we'll be live streaming Japan versus France. Sadly, they aren't actually showing it here in New Zealand. Plus, it's actually on at the same time as Ireland versus New Zealand. So we will be doing Ireland versus New Zealand instead. And also, AB's 13 and over. Positive Pro says it was King T. And there as well. Yeah, it's going to be an awesome matchup. Forsyth Bar. We've seen upsets there before. We saw Fiji play a very good game up against the All Blacks last year for the Steinlager series. Yep. Who knows?
Wagwan.
Maybe the Irish. Oh, that wasn't straight. Straight enough, though. They have said there now. Ben Donaldson goes off to Hudson Crichton once again. Let's play for the Brumbies throughout Super Rugby Pacific. Ryan Lonergan wants the penalty. I don't know what he's wanting a penalty for. There was no one on his side of the breakdown other than his team. Ryan Lonergan now passes back across to Hugh Sinclair. In fact, it was Ryan Smith. They had no, it's like an hour before New Zealand game. And also, heck yeah, they both did G'day and Buller. And there as well says Mark, penalty for Fiji. I believe it was joining on a not releasing the ball.
Don't agree with that one.
And March 10, because Ryan Smith
don't agree with that
was
one.
giving Wayne a bit of back chat.
I agree with that one, but well, I mean, the ref gets back chat when he makes the wrong decision, so maybe he should just suck it up and carry on. You know,
so we keep us posted with the Japan score. Yeah, we will be letting you know what is happening in that one.
We send our very big condolences to the nation of Japan.
Mm-hmm.
The Japanese Prime Minister has been shot.
Jeez, I don't know that.
Yeah.
I don't really know anything about the world.
Just you sit here in this corner.
Yeah, I'm just...
Or you're asleep.
Yeah.
You don't do anything else.
Fiji is getting better. You can see improvement from playing in Super Rugby. There's 1, 2, 3 MS.
Most of these guys don't play in Super Rugby. They play in France.
Yeah, although a couple of the guys, like Frank Lamani, Titetela, Naya Habosi, you got a few of those, rush defense. Now it will be Filippo Dongunu
Oh,
trying to step his way through. Good tackle in by Vinaya Habusi, who drives him backwards. And that tackle, Ryan Smith going forward after his back chat with Wayne. And Wayne wasn't having none of it, was he? Now Jock Campbell kicks it downfield. This one's not allowed to go out on the full, but geez, he's got a bit of that. Manasa Mataeli. Now he's got acres of space to try and decide what he wants to do. He tries to go straight at the lock and the prop. Interesting choice. Now going short side off to, it was in the hands of Raya Ratunayarawa.
Say it, man.
It's a tricky one. It always gets me. Now we saw a good tackle from Dylan Peach once
he's
again.
Trying to get it, but he's done well there. Peachy boy has. He's ruining it. He's
now,
just a
good
machine on
ruck.
fire. Gets thrown out the back.
Fiji now 30 seconds left, but this could be slightly wrong. And also, George, have you had your KFC for today?
No, I haven't had my KFC. I did go and buy some chicken at the local store down here in Waimea, but it was shit compared to KFC. Dry.
Penalty to Fiji.
Crap.
And also, you got to feel Samoa and Fiji is going to be dangerous in the World Cup. Yeah, if they don't make it through to the quarterfinals, the thing is, you're not going to have a game where you don't end up with. They're in two separate ones. One of them's got Australia and Wales. Oh, Wayne Barnes been hit with the ball. That is a little bit of payback. Bet you Ryan Smith through that. But like you're going to come out with some bruises playing up against Samoa and Fiji in a pool game, and if they do get a couple decisions going their way. Quarterfinals will be just around the corner. Yeah, I will get the pools. Well, yeah, but England. What do you mean? How does that work?
How are they in two different pools?
Because they're two different teams.
Yeah. Oh, I thought you mean just Fiji's in two different pools.
No, Fiji and Samoa.
This silly little chicken.
Yeah. 64-0 for the women's side up against Papua New Guinea. No. Boy, that is a slaughter.
That is not good. Stop it while it's there, eh?
What was I looking for? Oh, the World Cup. Do you want to have a guess at how many days away the World Cup is?
294.
Do you know when the World Cup is?
2025. It's next year, you egg.
Mm-hmm. It is.
But I don't know when next year.
426 days.
The Fijians missed the penalty kick, guys, so...
Half-time.
Half-time
Change sides. We will go like this, and I love doing this because I can go like that. I can go Fiji. I can go Australia A, and then period length is 40. Timer counts down. We will go no, and then we will go like this. We'll stream it.
What?
Show scoreboard. Then we'll grab this one. Go like
Hamish, have you been hacked?
Like this.
I've got two people trying to talk to me.
Nice.
One and the actual one. And then there's this one. Has your Instagram been hacked?
No, that was me sending you that link of the lady that you were after.
Why is it on a different one?
Because your one comes through different Instagram as well for me, for some reason.
The accounts. Oh, it's such and such. I did follow her.
Did you?
Yeah.
She follow you back, did she?
I wonder what old mate thinks of it.
Is she alright with it?
What'd she know?
Yeah. Because I asked which one it was. We'll go like this, and we will go like this.
C know? The one that I tried to follow?
No. Oh. No. We all go like that, and like that, and like that. There we go. Oops. There we go. Isn't that better? Actually, the scoreboard and go Fiji go. And I was like, no more guitar, please. I thought you'd never ask.
Put it down.
No. Let me have this. You listen. You ready? I've practiced.
Mate, you sound like shit. Put it away.
Thank you. I had to learn the rest of it because I knew the first two lines and it was annoying. Right, looking at the table, what we got for the World Cup, it is going to be in one group. It will be England, Argentina, Japan, Samoa, and America's 2. So maybe the US. And then the one that Fiji are in is Australia, Wales, and Fiji, plus number 1 in Europe, which could end up as Georgia. And then Romania have also made their way through, I believe, into Pool B with South Africa, Ireland.
There was a whole lot of scandal there with Romania and stuff, wasn't there?
They got in because Spain had ineligible players playing for them. So nothing bad from Romania, just they were the team that got the injection. And also Fiji has to be careful. Aussie A might pull some of them penalties, rucks, position gains, etc., says Mark. And also which Pacific team will make a pass or will make it past the group stages. I bet Fiji and Tonga's a big call. That is a very big call. But I think Fiji have got a good chance. Samoa, it's going to be tricky, but if they can beat Argentina and Japan, they've got a decent crack because they're with England. And also referee was bent as hell. Says, I'm nutty there. I just had oats poured on him, didn't he? Oatalicious bread.
Oh my God. She said yes. Well, guys, go like the Kiwi Lads gaming channel
there
as well.
Go, eh? Do you want me to get the link for you?
Go on, son.
Right. George has got his project here.
Yeah. What are we on? Have we gone up any since you've started your stream this weekend?
Probably not. But what I can do is I can get that link for the people so that I can plug it for you.
223 subscribers. Now, what do you think the goal should be for the weekend to get it to?
I don't know.
225, 230?
230, I think.
230 subscribers by the end of this weekend. So you've got the All Blacks games, the actual Wallabies game, the South African game. If you're watching it, go and subscribe to the Kiwi Lads gaming channel. We uploaded a video last night and it's funny.
There you go.
It's quite funny.
George's project, isn't it?
Yeah.
Currently half-time.
Hamish is in it.
I am in it, yeah.
Yeah.
Half-time in this match. 15 points for Australia A and 12 for Fiji. The position just a little bit more in favour of Australia A. 9 penalties conceded to the 2, though, which is going to be a big one to watch out for. They have missed 11 tackles.
This is what I think. The Australians have to keep the ball. They kick it away. You know? They kick it away. And I think they need to stop.
That it?
Yep.
Oh.
And for the Fijians, what do the Fijians need to do?
I think just play more of that running rugby because
they need to get the ball more. Because then they have the ball. And then they run it and they get far. You know what I mean? You know? So they need to get the ball, right? Keep the ball and do what they do.
Do what they do. Do what they do.
And then the Australians' goal will be to keep the ball. But if they kick it away, Fiji wants Australia to kick it away. So I think Fiji should ask Australia to kick the ball away more often and play for territory. And Fiji will get the ball and run. Look at them. They can't stop them.
That's a nice
Mani Valley just murdered a man on the rugby field. Look at that. Fin to the face, poor Australian.
Jock Campbell had no show, did he?
Fell down like a real man.
Unfortunately. I mean, Dylan Peach tried to stop him from going over, but it just didn't happen,
it didn't happen
for him there. But now, Mani Valley, he'll be pretty happy with the way that he's gone in this first half. He did actually come off the bench in the last match of this game. Australia, they were able to get themselves a try back with Dylan Peach getting that try. Ben Donaldson, he's had a decent game at fly half. The one thing that you said, though, is kicking the ball away maybe a little bit too often. We'll have to wait and see whether or not that does change.
There is a Fiji's half of them. Like, no. Don't do that.
Lavani Bortia, he was then the next try scorer in this contest. And I should mention next week, Fiji will be playing Samoa and Australia A. They will be playing up against Tonga, which should be an interesting contest.
Yeah.
As these two sides.
Are you crying? Are you okay?
No, it's all right. Just getting emotional like that, man. Although I think he's sweating more.
It'll be hot, man.
I think it's supposed to be about 30 degrees there as we currently sit. So not exactly a cold day. Well, you're not going to show up to the game and be like, oh, it's too hot. I'm not going to play. Sorry, coach.
Yeah, I would.
Would you? I don't think you'd have an international career
I'm
for very long.
going home. Look at that cat. Cat's like on pure. Genetically pure.
That is a very white cat.
Who feeds their cat that? Seriously, who gets a perfect white plate with a little leaf on the side and feeds you? That cat there, right? If it lived in the country, it'd go out and get killed by a stoat.
So, second half just around the corner. Do you think Fiji will be able to take it?
Yes.
Okay.
I feel like Australia isn't really going to be able to keep up Fiji's pace. They're going to start to slow down. Fiji's going to keep going. They've got players on the bench who are just the same. You know what I mean?
Mm. Right. Okay.
So I think Fiji are only going to speed it up. If they get a little bit more of the ball, they're going to keep running it. Eventually, they'll get through. The Australians are going to struggle to defend against it. Oh, yeah, stupid. It's had a few too many wines.
Everything's falling on the ground in that end, isn't it? Speaking of wine, it's on his shirt.
Oh.
But I guess I should also ask you for your prediction of who's going to score the first try.
It's got to be. I think it will be a Fijian back.
Okay.
So if we narrow it down, it's between Tamani Valu, Botia, and Tuasova.
Okay.
I'm thinking. I want Tamani Valu to score again.
Okay. I'll go Habosi.
Okay.
I like Habosi. Very good player.
So it doesn't matter if you like him.
Well, you like Tamani Valu.
Yeah, but I love Tuasova. But Tuasova might appear to be a slight bit not as involved.
You predicted him to score in the first half.
Yeah, and he did.
So I'm going to say. Didn't quite get there.
You didn't see it.
Didn't see. I was looking away. Because while they had the camera off. It's Clifford, the big red
That's
dog.
seriously creepy.
Did you used to watch Clifford when you were young?
Yeah.
I used to wonder how the pier didn't break.
Yeah.
With the big dog on it. And now rugby back once again for the second half. It was quite a long halftime break, wasn't it? There he is.
He looks dehydrated. He doesn't look well.
He fits in so well.
He's
there,
yelling at them, do this, do that.
Like with the sunglasses and the hat, he is just
I think that would have been the Fijian Prime Minister next to him as well.
And also Ireland will try to get their first win in New Zealand tonight, while our All Blacks will be looking to close out the series. Could be a fiery test tonight. Yeah, I think it's going to be a bit feral at times. A little bit of feistiness, but hopefully it does turn out to be a very nice test match in the process. Because you can have you can have a good test match even with the, physicality and the feralness. It's just those ones that are like the cheap shots off the ball that normally ruin the... Like, some people get too fired up, don't they?
Yeah.
And they're like, I'm going to break your arm.
Yeah.
Gotcha. And then everyone's like, why'd you do that? Like, we were just, we were fired up.
He looks high. Why do you look high?
He's really loving it, isn't he?
This is his son. This is his son.
Future AB's coach.
Well, let's just get Scott in there first, eh? He'll be like to his son, you're going to be the future AB's coach. He'll be like, Dad, you haven't even got the job yet.
How are you going to give me a good word? Yeah. Nasa Solo, the big man, getting ready to go. Irish will not win, but it will be very close, yeah. Hopefully within 10, maybe even within 7 would be quite an intense one. I'd rather have that than the one-sided one that we had last week.
But it is quite cool seeing the Irish fans sort of figure out what went wrong. You know what I mean? Like, they're ditching their side now. And yeah, for a New Zealander, it was quite relieving to see the All Blacks put so many points on them because it was revenge last week.
Ben Vula out on the field. I believe that will be for Tete Teller and all Southern Hemisphere will win their matches.
Yeah, 9 or 10.
That's Ben Donaldson.
Oh, the France side, isn't it? Silly goofball George. Leading your squads, you silly little...
There we go. Look at that. The scoreboard's actually ticking up.
Wow.
So now we can get rid of the real score down
there'll
the bottom.
There'll be no more what's the time.
No, we still get that. Oops. Oopsies. That's the wrong button. Go here. Go here. Was that marching 4-10 again? Oh, no, a little knock on from Vinaya Habosi. And I was like, howdy, George.
Hey, Xavier. Hope you're well.
I was like, George is winning Wales, South Africa.
It's got to be South Africa.
Even with the changes?
It's the same with the South Africans. You've got to also understand the Welsh, the English, the Irish, and all these teams have all been playing all year. The All Blacks, Australia, and South Africa haven't. So I felt like Australia gave their all last week, but they might have more to give. But I feel like South Africa have got a lot more to give. I feel like it could be a bigger scoreboard towards South Africa this next game. Because I feel like Wales, they did well, but they were
it's dropped.
Stupid.
Just puts it down. And also, all Southern Hemisphere teams will win their matches.
I wish they do. I really do wish they do.
Also, TKL Bros, close match, says Rogue there. Yeah, very close between these two sides currently. I'm hoping that it will stay that way towards the end of the contest as well, just to be close enough. Are you looking at our Kiwi Lads Gaming channel.
Yeah. No one has done their job.
There you go.
No one has done their job. If you want to do it, do it.
If you want to
do your job.
I mean, that's inspirational. Also, George, you into league?
Yeah, not as much. Yeah, a little bit. Not as much, though. I struggle to keep tune with what's going on.
You enjoy the league fellas coming over to Union, though, don't you?
Yeah, I enjoy that. I enjoy Union guys maybe never ever going into league, but if they did, I would enjoy it. You know, but yeah.
I mean, Wayne Martin's just saying there's a little bit too little stability, and also,
Wayne's like, you fellas
is
are
actually
big
one more. We'll go like that. They haven't got. There we go. Give them Fiji an extra point. Give them a bonus point for being cool.
What?
That's what happened. Bonus point for being cool. Do you not know about that rule?
No.
If you're cool for 10 minutes, you get a bonus point.
When? What?
Did that happen when you were playing?
What?
When you were playing rugby?
Point on the scoreboard.
Yeah, when you were playing rugby, did you get the bonus point for being cool?
No.
I'm sure the other team got a few.
What the fuck are you on about?
The invulnerable ball on the outside, nicely done. Now Manasa Mateali and Fiji will win, says Elijah there. And they'll have a decent crack here. Only 2 points difference between these two sides currently. Now pass back across on the halfway line now for Fiji. Frank Lamani cycles quickly, gives it off to Ben Vullivul. A little bit of a low pass off to Ravataya Nara, whose name I've said absolutely terribly. Ratu Naya Rawa. You've got to say it slower, or else it just doesn't come off.
Yeah.
Going back for the initial penalty. In fact, it's the initial
Wayne's like, I'm going to lose my shit now, guys. Sort it out. I'm going to take this to England. You can do it over there.
Looks like the pitch is actually holding up pretty nice, which is good news because they've got 2 more games next week.
It's just dirt, though, isn't it?
That's
dirt
grass.
With grass.
That's literally what grass is.
No.
What do you mean?
Well, the other soils aren't dirt with grass. They're artificial soils. There's dirt, but they're not, you know.
They're not dirt.
No.
With the grass turf.
This is literally dirt with grass.
I mean, thing is, though, if it's holding up this well, should all fields just be dirt with grass?
I'd say so. Because, you know, you see some of these people who have the what do you call it, artificial pitches?
Yeah, the AstroTurf. They tear up knees.
It's so stupid. When you let it hit the ground, your body should go into the ground because that's what stops you from really doing damage to joints and stuff.
Fiji look dangerous on attack, says William. They certainly do, although Australia A now have themselves a good attacking opportunity. Wales for the second test win, says Rogue. And their nice short ball to Siruru. Now off to Matt Faisler. Ryan Lonergan. In this one now, Australia sitting on the 22 with another good attacking opportunity. If they score, I want to say 2 tries in this half. They should be clear, but I think they need 3.
Yeah.
Don't they? And also, I do some premiership teams have AstroTurf pitches. I don't believe so. I know that for the 7, Siruru almost able to go straight through.
I can't remember who had it. There wasn't like Bristol Bears or something who had one.
Oh, have they got it?
I remember someone talking about it, and they were complaining, and it was bad.
Because I know that the 7s, when it was played in Vancouver and whatnot, were AstroTurf ones, and like the players had to have a whole heap of tape on the knees and the elbows just to stop them getting ripped up. Also, hi, says Amelia, welcome in. Hope you are doing well. Hugh Sinclair now. Nice tackle made on him, driven backwards into his own teammate. That was close to a turnover for number 13, Tamani Valu, who's already scored himself the try. Racing 92 has it. I'm nutty there.
With the new stadium.
Now pass back, Siruru. Almost gone through, points off like to Ben Donaldson.
No.
Jock Campbell, he's done well to regather, though.
Yeah, he did well, but why did he just pop it off? Just run. Just go.
Now another advantage to Australia A. Lonergan goes back to Lee Gleeson. I think we're going to see a big half from Siruru here. Although he's just dropped to a knee, so he might be injured.
If the Australians want to play running rugby, they're going to learn how to do it.
Offload back now. Ben Donaldson, they've still got the advantage. Will be Felipe Dalgunu trying to go through. It's a good low tackle made on him by Nasove. Lonergan back to Matt Gibbon now. Almost going through, but Manasa Salo is scrummaging opposition. I would have dragged him down now. Ryan Lonergan goes for the chip and chase. It's going up high. It's not quite taken cleanly. And Fiji have it.
Australians
will be going back for the penalty.
Australia's ball.
14 phases in a row.
Yeah, they did well. See, they keep the ball. Ben
Donaldson looks like they will be kicking this one for the touchline. Happy for Coach Rennie to get that one against England last week. Says William. And yeah, actually one player down, or in fact about 3 players down, isn't he? Tom Banks out, Quade Cooper out, Darcy Swain out due to suspension. And then I think there was one or two others. Michael Alan Alatoa might have also been out. But Tani Alatupo returns.
Back at 10. If you not get cocky, because that's what he did against the Crusaders.
Yeah, you'll never forget that, will you?
He stuffed it up completely.
Oh, nice offload. Matt Gibbon. In fact, he's very close to the line. Round the side. Filippo Dalgunu goes down.
Yay!
And it's a try for Australia. That is the one that they needed. And now for Australia, they do move themselves up to 20 points. Very similar to Sever Reese, Filippo Dalgunu, in the way that he ends up running it like he's a forward round the side of the breakdown, looking for that try.
I don't feel like he has as much skill as Sever Reese, though.
But
in terms of kicking and catching.
Referring
I
to
feel like your
just
analytical situation just isn't really up to the superior standard.
Sever Reese, All Blacks.
Don't talk.
Watch him do that exact move from last year. He did it about twice. So be sure to check that out.
No. No, you should check it.
The Kiwi Lads Gaming Channel. Link in the chat now. There you go.
Again. Right, we'll check it again here, guys.
Sure to check it out. Been all right. Dude, Amelia.
223 subs. You haven't done your job yet, guys.
Well, it wouldn't have gone through yet. How many beers for your mate today? Says LB. He's had
I've had none.
No,
none. I'm just a genetically superior human being.
Genetically. Yeah. We like that, didn't it? He had some Tim Tams though, and they had caramel in them. So
wow.
Which is just condensed.
Yeah.
Like Mum says that then they weren't that nice, those Tim Tams.
You didn't like them?
Felt sorry for Tom Banks. Just signed a multi-million deal in Japan, now broken arm. Does he still get the money?
Yeah, I would say so.
He'd have to get some sort, wouldn't he?
Yeah. Well, he's still going to play for them.
Well,
he just has to wait till his arm's not broken. They haven't given him the multi-million dollars yet. He hasn't played yet. They give it to him as he's playing. There's no transfer deal.
Big kick. Dylan Peach taking a nice, ain't too much sugar fix, bro. Says, yeah, he gets like enough.
That. So let's see what Australia does if they kick it or run it.
And also, what's the gaming? Xbox, PS, Nintendo Retro. So we are on Xbox One.
Yeah.
But
Dwayne,
we have also got
subscribed yet?
We have got a few PC videos that we might end up doing relatively soon. Go Fiji Go. Here's Eferemi.
Go subscribe. Get us to 224.
Gone high. It's dropped down now. Back on the side of Australia A. Matt Phillip actually getting the chance for the Wallabies. Fun fact.
1-1.
For locks. But no, Bossi doesn't make many mistakes, and this won't be one of them.
And he's going to run forward.
Tries to step good, low tackle made by Dalgunu.
Dump trucked his ass.
Now
Subs,
Frank Lamani.
That's my boys. I meet you in person. I'll buy you KFC. Dwayne.
And also, do you rate rugby video games, George?
I don't rate them like as a thing, but I play a bit of rugby challenge, bit of rugby league live.
Big kick, and that's just going to keep on bouncing.
Damn.
It's going right back to halfway.
Bit of rugby league live 4. We've got that on the channel, actually, Xavier. We've got that on the YouTube channel that we have over there called the Kiwi Lads Gaming Channel.
Yeah.
The rugby challenge. But I do think we need a new one that's just way better because they're all quite shit.
Rugby games?
Yeah, they're all quite shit.
And also, if he hasn't played, they can still let him go, but they'll have to pay release fees maybe, says LB.
Well, is that for Tom Banks? So he signed a contract in Japan, but the Japanese season isn't here yet.
Yeah.
So he has time until it starts where his arm can recover.
Although it looked like a clean break, didn't it? So it's probably a lot longer. Hey.
Who's that guy?
On the right is the scrum coach.
And that guy. I know him.
Scrum coach for the Crusaders.
Yeah.
James Ryan.
And that guy there, what's his name? Yeah.
James Ryan, did they just say, or Josh?
No, that's not his name. It's
someone Ryan. That's who that is.
Yeah, but the main coach. I'm gonna have to.
I was like, Hamish George. Who would be your All Black back row? Right. Back row. So 6, 7, 8.
Yeah.
For me, ideal scenario would be Akira Ioane number 6, Dalton Pabali number 7, Adi Savia number 8. Jason Ryan, that's the name. And also, we will go there. He has until January to get it right. What, Jason Ryan? No. You're not set. Who is it?
Figure it out for yourself. I know who it is.
Do you think Fiji women's side have got 100 points on Papua New Guinea yet?
Poor Papu's. Oh, he just told you.
Vern Cotter. Well, I wasn't getting that. I was not guessing that if it was the last thing. Dalton is 7, Xavier at 8, and Cullen Grace at number 6 says Dwayne. Wait, Women's International, they're only sitting 57 points to nil. They've slowed down big
76 points to nil.
76, yeah, no, it's just updated. So halftime it was 76-0. Look at that. That's incredible.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Like, it's just all gone one way. 76-0 at halftime. They might win by 150 points.
Half time. I thought that was towards the end.
No, that's the first half. That's a tough one.
It'll slow down. They always eventually do.
And also, Tosa Veti Tosa. And there as well says, Lasana, welcome in. Hope you are doing well. 51 minutes through this contest now. Frank Lamani puts up the box kick.
Fijians under a bit of pressure. So what I would do if I was the Australian, get that ball there, run it
straight to my
I would just play it right in that half. You know what I mean? Wouldn't drop the ball, wouldn't try and push anything too much, just run it. You know what I mean? Hit the gaps.
Does anyone really try to drop the ball?
No, no one tries to, but I think people try to make stuff happen and then they drop the ball. You know?
Yes. Right. Nice offload. Beautiful inside ball at Dylan Beach.
Go to ground, recycle, out we go again.
Now Lonergan gives it off.
Defense, go to ground, recycle.
Homer Robinson. Now, he did play a little bit more of one throughout the Western Force season, and he has now given away the penalty for not releasing. I think it was Sam Matavisi getting over it. He loves a good breakdown. Also, yep, those are solid back rows. So here's a William there. And Blackadder at number 6 when he is fit. Yeah, I like Blackadder a lot. He's in Blackadder. You like him, don't you?
I like Blackadder. I like other people as well.
Yeah. That's good, isn't it?
I can't hear anything.
I'll put it on your ears.
Oh, yeah, thanks, man.
That might help.
That might help a little bit.
Penalties conceded 10 against Australia here, 4 against Fiji. A decent penalty count for Fiji, really. Only giving away the 4 penalties throughout the early stages. That's going to be nicely taken there. I believe that was Kamikamitha once again. Rolling around. Looks like Siruru, he's gone straight through the middle, but Sam Matavesi has been able to get it back off. Now looking for the offload. That is something that you have to try and shut down for Fiji early on in a half, or else they'll destroy you. And just repeated offloads. That's going to be another penalty to Fiji. You're shaking your head.
The Australians had the ball in their half, and now they're losing all the ground. Because they're just trying too hard. You're ahead on the scoreboard. Chill out, brother. Chill out. Can I have a go off the guitar?
I wouldn't really.
Can I just touch it?
There you go.
La 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 la.
That was beautiful.
Your mum's shaking her head.
No.
She's like, well, that guy, George, just go away.
Yeah, nice quiet Saturday, isn't it? 22 points to Australia, 13 to Fiji, 54 minutes down. And it is going to be another attacking opportunity for Fiji. They need a try here.
They do.
Oh, okay. They're waiting for...
Oh, mate's legs are broken.
Kamikamitha's feeling a bit of the pain. He's hopped on the pain train, hasn't he? But he's going to take it all the way to the station. And the station's the try line. Choo-choo.
Choo-choo.
He's going to be making his way over. Is there anyone in rugby whose nickname's the train?
Yeah, probably got a few people.
Freight train's probably more likely, isn't it? The bus, of course, Julian Savia.
Choo-choo. The bus doesn't like, but a bus hits things and it stops, doesn't it? A train doesn't stop. He should be the train.
I think the Papua New Guinea's women team have fallen asleep. I don't even know if they showed up. Like with the score the way that it's going, we could literally see
a 120-0 game. Women, they go hard.
We are actually going to be covering some of the women's game. Oh, that's a loose ball.
Oh well, no.
Nice hit from Tamani Valu.
He tackled a player off the ball.
Okay, it's going back for another penalty to Fiji.
Damn, why is that? Why is that? Australia keep effing it up.
And like they're saying, Australia, they've given away about 13 penalties. They've got to get a card soon, don't they? Yes.
What do they keep doing?
Keep infringing in the breakdown, slowing the ball down, leaving their feet offside.
They're just trying too hard. Get out of the ruck and defend. If you're not going to win it, get out of there.
Get out of it.
There's no point trying something. It's not going to work.
That's
what I say during rugby challenge games to Hamish. I said, only commit one guy. If you have a slight hint that you could get it, put the whole team in there. But if you're not going to get it, put the whole team in the defensive line. Let them sit. Yeah.
You're an inspirational bugger.
I know what I'm talking about.
Please, can we have a concert, Hamish and George?
I think you should. I feel like if we did a subscription service, we'll do it.
Oh, Tuisava getting his ankles taken out from underneath him. Now, Lavani Borgia close to the line. He's been dragged down, though, in a very good tackle by Fraser McWright. But Frank Lamani off to a big man. Who's over? And Albert Tuisui.
It's interesting because they haven't got TMO.
Hi, Hamish and George. It's David the Mole. Welcome in, mate. Hope you are doing fantastic. Fiji are doing nicely here as they have just been able to get themselves the one. And have you seen the Fiji versus Papua New Guinea game score? I have indeed. Currently in the second half of that game, it's sitting quite high. Sitting 76-0 according to that. But then it also says 59-0 on a different one. 88-0 50 minutes in. Yeah, a bit one-sided for that game.
Yeah.
Possibly 150 being brought up. I don't know what the biggest score in women's rugby is, but could be heading maybe towards it. Albert Tuisui. Hang on. Why are they showing him? It wasn't Ratonaya Nawa, was it? No. Put the jug on, or don't put the jug on, stay where you are, is what the man's just said.
Okay.
Okay. We weren't going to put it on anyway, were we?
No.
No. Is that why you have like cold drinking chocolate? Because you can't be bothered waiting for the jug?
Mm-hmm. I can never make a decent hot chocolate.
The key is an extra spoonful of sugar.
No, you say that, but I get my water to milk ratio out of touch, man. It just gets out of hand.
Do you know how you change that?
How?
Put less water in.
Yeah, but you can't. As long as you put too much in there.
Yeah, but
the mug's not going to suit the size,
just
isn't it?
know your limitations.
Exactly. That's what I mean. I keep overdoing it. I want to go for that hot chocolate, but then I put too much water in there, and then I put milk in there, and it tastes like watered chocolate, and then I tip some of it out, put more milk, and then half the heat's gone.
That'll bugger it.
What else can you do?
You can't tip it out. As soon as you tip
I
it
don't tip
out.
the whole thing. I tip a little bit out, and then I put more milk in, and then it's too cold. Tastes like ass.
Fiji, wake up. And also, what's the biggest rugby win men's history? I think it was 130.
I think it might have actually been the Wallabies years ago that beat some small team by 130-0 or something.
And also, if it's more water, put more chocolate in.
You see, no, but now the mugs are full of chocolate there, David. I can't figure this out. It baffles me, man. Like you put a tiny little bit of water in there when it's too milky. It becomes a river. You know what I mean? It's just out of control.
Here's a fun fact. The more hot chocolate you put in it, sometimes the not chocolatier it becomes. Just one spoonful of sugar with it. Bit of milk about 2/3 of the way up, rest of it hot water.
Sometimes my strategy is to stir it, get the level down a bit more, and then put whatever I need in there just to get it. But I end up with the mug and the level of the hot chocolate right on the top and I'm trying to get it right, you know what I mean? So eventually I throw the kettle at the wall and I walk out.
Some mini marshmallows?
No, I need to do that more often. Get some cream and some marshmallows and just get at it.
And it was winging in there as well, says Firemi. So for this game,
it was probably not really allowed to, but I just do it anyway, innit?
Tuisova and Habosi, and then also Dylan Peach and Balgunu. And also might be the AB's 145-17 win over Japan in the 1995 World Cup. That certainly would have been up there. I think that's second, though, isn't it? Is that second? Australia had a massive win over, I think it was Japan.
It'd be brilliant if Japan beats, who were they playing? France. Oh, it'd be so good because PM got shot. So.
An unofficial international between Uganda 15 and Rwanda 15, 4th of December 2004, resulting in a 183-0 win. The Uganda 15.
You reckon the women's will overtake there?
That's probably the women's. No. Okay. So that's the thing. My app can't keep up with the amount of tries being scored. It's like, I don't know what's going on. Like, it shouldn't be this high. Australia won versus Fiji was a decent game. It was 36 points to 19. That's all right.
Yeah, that's all right.
Oh, that was a while ago. That was on the 6th of May.
Oh. What?
That that result that I just read. But
all the Australians have lost the line.
Samoa Tonga 25 points to 17. That's pretty awesome. And I was like, let's not talk about the 95 World Cup. And also, Fiji women have cracked 100. And there, as I said, not my brilliant run forward. That's forward. Unfortunately, quite able to find that offload that he was
60
after.
60 minutes in Australia are still ahead. The Fijians. Australia, yes.
That's Botito.
Oh.
He's a big man.
The Fijians are losing this game, a game that they are meant to win.
Tuisova went off to Botito, just tried to find the offload. Didn't quite work out for him. I can't believe how quick these games are going. Like, we've already almost finished a third of our rugby gauntlet.
Gauntlet? What's that?
That's just when we do a whole heap of games back to back to back to back.
Boom, boom.
Boom, boom.
So you're going to wait around for the next All Blacks game?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
Wow. But that will be my time to eat food. So I'll eat food. Then I'll do the All Blacks. Then I'll do the Wallabies England. Then I'll eat food. Then I'll do South Africa Wales. Then I'll probably eat food. And then I'll do Argentina Scotland. And then I'll eat food, probably. And I was like, I'm on Fiji, says Thanos there. And I was like, this is the men's 151-0. There you go. I don't think George has experienced food poisoning.
Why do you say that, Rogue? Be my man. Ooh, ah. If the Australians score one more try, will the Fijians ever get themselves into the game enough to win, you reckon?
Yeah.
One more try, right?
You think there's...
And it will be, what, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 29 points to 18.
I'm still of the opinion that Australia need 2 more tries.
Yeah, but I'm just thinking because, you know, Fiji can do it. I have no doubt about it. But the breakdown is what is affecting the Fijians because they aren't necessarily any better. Like, they've just lost the ball.
And will you do any games on Sunday? Says I'm nutty. If Sunday counts as South Africa, Wales, and also Argentina, Scotland, then yes. If it doesn't count,
like the game and shit for you.
Also, Tonga and Samoa is winning. Says me there. So in that match a little bit earlier on that happened, both games went to Samoa for the men's and the women's. And also, have you had your KFC for today, says Aiden?
No.
It's a shame, isn't it?
Rogue is David the Mod's only thinking about hot chocolate. Yeah, I can't really get my KFC. Fuel costs too much. See, the issue I've got is KFC is half an hour away. So
if you guys want to help donate to the KFC George Fund,
or actually go subscribe to the Kiwilads Gaming channel, and
there you go.
If we get it to 225 today, I'll go get KFC.
When?
I don't know.
Tomorrow morning.
That depends on if I'm harvesting yams.
If you're not harvesting, be sure to hit that subscribe button, ladies and gentlemen.
I'll buy Hamish some KFC. Right.
And with that, at this point, it was the same score. Tonga versus Samoa game. Will Tonga give the game away? Says Laurie there.
We should do that more often where you get shit for a certain goal. You know?
I mean, I enjoy KFC. And it always is just a nice treat to end the weekend.
I thought there was a while there where you didn't. I always used to offer it and you go, no, I don't like it.
No, well, it depends because I like the Colonel Stacker, and when they didn't have it, I kind of got sad. And like,
I've gone on them again. I was off them for a long time because the normal chicken was all dry, but I've gone back to it's quite moist now. I like it. It's better than night and day chicken.
Well, it's gone on from Australia. Nicely taken by Vinaya Habusi. Did you see that man glide?
No. We're on 224.
Also, we only need one more subscriber on that Kiwilads Gaming channel, ladies and gentlemen, for George to take me to KFC.
Yeah.
Now it's going up. It's nicely taken there by Dylan Beach. Now Fraser McWright goes back across. Big shot on Ryan Lonergan a little bit late there, and also was the score in Fiji versus Papua New Guinea.
I have a KFC 5 minutes away from me. So I'd be extremely fat if I had that. No, I have to spend $200 on fuel to get it.
Way charged down. Nicely done. Picks up and he's in for the try. And that is a mistake from Fiji and elation for Australia. Jeremy Williams.
Help him up. Help them up. 27
But it is 88-0 for Fiji over Papua New Guinea, and that's probably a lot more now. But that is a big try. That is a massive try. Did I mention that was a big try?
No.
112 don't. Oh, so they're up to 112 now, and I see there's a yellow card to Fiji, so they'll probably still go all right. Nice KFC, then wind down with a hot cocoa and chalky fish for nights. Says
right. That's right.
As soon as this day of rugby finishes, I believe we would have done about 17 hours of streaming. I'm going to have some food, and then after that, I'm going to sleep for 20 hours.
So if we get the 225 subs, and I'm not working tomorrow, I'll heavily consider it.
You heavily consider it.
I'll do it.
119-0 now for 60 minutes, and that is insane, isn't it? Fraser McWright, he's off the field. And also Milo or Bonavita or Cadbury. You're a Cadbury boy, aren't you?
I'll put a photo on the Discord chat of when I buy it if we get to the 225 subs.
I don't mind a Milo. I haven't actually had Bonavita.
I haven't tried it either, but I get the Cadbury. Milo, I don't like Milo at all.
Is it because it's not chocolatey enough?
Yeah, no, it's not. You have to put a whole container in the mug.
Yeah, but that's not the point. You're not supposed to have it so that it's chocolatey. It's supposed to be like a...
Yeah, but what's the point?
It's...
What do I want? A glass of hot water? What? I brought chocolate, but I don't want it to be chocolatey.
No, it's not supposed to be chocolatey.
What's it for then?
It's like a nutritional drink.
How? It's full of sugar.
Yeah, well, it's...
At least Cadbury's full of sugar and it tastes good. God, Milo just don't know what they're doing.
This is when we get a message from Milo saying they're suing us.
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's great.
If they want to sponsor us, though, we would.
No.
And Milo is as Kiwi as rugby. It is. You used to have the Milo after, or on camps at school, you'd have the Milo. No?
We had to eat the grass.
What,
Milo bars? I don't even like the Milo bars. Milo Junior.
What about the Milo cereal? The Milo.
I like Milo cereal.
It's quite nice.
But I like Cocoa Pops more.
I'm finding a trend.
Chocolate. Went to a restaurant the other day. They didn't even have anything chocolate on the dessert menu.
Is it?
I threw a fork at the head chef and told him. Yeah. I can say it. It's Riverstone.
A little bit of crappiness there.
Have any of those people anywhere around New Zealand, because it's meant to be a high-star restaurant, has anyone heard of a restaurant called Riverstone here in the South Island, South Canterbury? Because apparently it's famous.
It's because it's got the castle.
It's probably about 15 minutes up the road from where we live. I want to know if anyone has heard of it, been to it. What do you think?
It's got the castle,
It's got the castle, and that's why a lot of people know about it. It's been on Country Calendar. The lady who owns it, Dot. She's a nice lady. She's a brilliant woman. You know,
I quite enjoy Country Calendar, to be fair.
Yeah.
That one.
Learn about it.
Yeah.
Do you watch Country Calendar?
Yeah, I watch it all the time.
No, you don't.
Sheep and that.
Why do you watch it?
What do you mean, why do I watch it? Because it's interesting.
What did you think about the Regen Ag episode?
The what one?
The regenerative agricultural episode.
I watched one how people were growing coffee in New Zealand.
That's what?
Ain't all farming, mate.
That is farming.
Some of it's more along the lines of agricultural accessibility.
You know how many times you go on a night out and some mate has got the Country Calendar theme song as his ringtone?
Yeah.
224.
Oh, we're still one away.
One more person to subscribe to that gaming channel.
So that George takes me to K-Fry.
Yeah.
And also, we were that Country Calendar theme song is classic. It's out to your brother, says Marco Vonabala. Welcome in, mate. Hope you are doing fantastic. Hope you're excited. On the rugby and also substitute for Fiji. I'm serious, says Remy there. And also, we have got the Hawaii Kiwi lad, says Ollie. Hope you are doing well. Yeah, quite a few changes being made at the moment between the two sides. Really? And Country Calendar is cool. And it's so Kiwiana, so iconic. Yeah, it's a good one. Just because I don't live on a farm doesn't mean I can't watch about farms.
Yes, it does.
I play Farming Simulator though. You know?
Do you ever learn anything about farming from Farming Simulator?
Yeah. I wouldn't have known half the stuff I know about farming if I hadn't played Farming Simulator.
Okay.
You know?
Yeah.
George should get a mullet, says Ollie.
I've considered it. I've considered it. Heavily considered it.
Oh,
You get the channel to free, like gaming channel to 400 subs, guys. I'll get a mullet.
When do they have to get to it by?
By the end of winter.
That's bold, mate. You might be mulleting. I can get you to 400, no worries.
For the side season. Really?
Yeah. Jock Campbell back to Filippo Dalgunu. Oi, a big shot on him by Botito. Loved it a little bit. Currently 66 minutes in.
Around the ruck, but it's Australia's ball.
Oh, someone's gone down like a
That was a fight. Red card right now.
Hudson Crichton, I think he got a bit of cramp. And I was like, Outdoors with Jeff. Well, also a classic one.
Outdoors with Jeff. I love it. Is he the one with the... There's one guy that's in a wheelchair. And It's really cool watching him sit there on his little boat. On his wheelchair with the big fishing rod reeling in whales.
Whales?
He pulls up whales. He honestly pulls up whales. He's like, I've got a whale! Blue whale.
Yeah, I think it's more just large fish.
He had a whale. He had a baby whale one day. And I like, Chief, that's a tuna. That's a whale. Chief.
Also, I'm sure you, brother. I'm doing very well.
I think the money got to Jeff Sydney, he started doing cocaine eventually. So he was there. Yeah. Oh, yeah, boys, I got a whale. Yeah.
I'd like to go on a fishing boat one day.
You reckon? I reckon you and me on a fishing boat. It'd be funny.
Even if we're not catching fish.
That's a whale.
Gone fishing. As I says William there, and also we have got there come on Fiji, says Anran currently only a few metres out from the line.
Australia are currently on their try line.
Try and extreme.
And they are, if they get this try, I would say it's a confirmed win.
Ooh.
Oh, he's just been stopped though.
It's a nice stop.
It's going to be hard for them. Everyone is in there.
Lana again goes after Donaldson.
Oh, Tonga, you dumb shit.
Dalgunu puts it down.
Oh, his mate said, fuck that one.
That is a shame for Filippo Dalgunu, although the good news, there's still the advantage.
Oh. Can you do a sad one? Do one if the All Blacks lose tonight and just go. I don't know what that is. Cheer. Well, they're going for the bloody kick for the punch.
Thank you. And also, so what's the streaming list for tonight, Amish? So, Johnny, we have got a big night planned. We're going to be...
Stop, you can't play the guitar. Stop. Don't do yourself no harm now, okay?
So we got New Zealand versus Ireland. We got Australia versus England. And then we have got South Africa, Wales, and then Argentina, Scotland. So a big day. I tried to wing on a chick at a party on a farm one time. She kicked it hurt.
What time is your stream in the morning?
It is 7:10 a.m.
I reckon if I get the old text from the boss at 6:30 saying we're not working today, I'll pop into that because I'll already be awake. So you might have started the stream, but I'll pop in and just sit there and watch. Who is it again?
Argentina, Scotland.
I reckon I might. Yeah, if I'm not working. Depends on how much is.
And then we can just head to KFC.
Yeah, if it stopped, I think it has kind of stopped out there though.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Oh, we're going to have to change our scoreboard just a little bit. It's a bit in front. We'll go boing, 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 boing.
32.
There we go. Just like that, back on time. Nicely taken by Fiji. I believe there wasn't quite the juggle. Penny Matawalu is on the field now for Frank Lamani.
2 points to 18.
Well, that is correct, George. We'll go like that. There we go.
Good
job, bud.
Cheers, bud.
Dolokoto. Kamita. He's made his way back off the field. Interesting. Oh, Dolokoto is actually on there as a loose forward. Fun fact. And also, Fiji is definitely not winning. So here's Edwin there. Yeah, they're going to need 2 converted tries to get us to a level playing field here. But Fiji, the attack here looking promising. And they mentioned that Australia have never beat Fiji in this competition.
Smashed that 13. Who was the 13 for Fiji?
It is Tamani Valu.
He got smashed.
And what happened to the other scoreboard? It decided it didn't like us. So we had to kind of makeshift our own one. But we will be back with the other scoreboard for the next live stream. It's just this one. It was still 3-0 after 27 minutes, even though it was about 13 for Naya Bossy. Oh, that was forward.
I've seen Tamani Valu smash Namain Nadolo when he played for the Chiefs.
Hey, big boys, they come together.
He dropped him. Nadolo was the one coming up through the middle, and he dropped him.
Naya Bossy. He's good.
What a tackle.
He
what
is
a
good.
boy.
You watch
what
him. You watch the way he just runs here.
Wagwan.
Through the tackle. Good low tackle by Tavita Delguna, and also set to Tamani Valu and is naturally straight here. There's Marco Vanapola there. And now anyone who is new, be sure to leave a like and subscribe. Also, if you haven't already, be sure to check out the Kiwi Lads Gaming channel. If we reach 225, George said he might take me to KFC. So be sure.
Oh, we've gone down a sub. Come on, guys. Oh, no. Well, it says 223 and then 224.
Oh, that's just because you haven't refreshed there.
Yeah. I was going to say, someone's messing with us.
Also, the game showed that Fiji need a better number 10. Yeah, Tete Tala did struggle throughout this contest. He played a lot better last week up against Tonga, but up against some tougher opposition, doesn't seem to quite work as well for him. Although he's still very new to international level, I believe. It's like Tavita Delguna. Did you just type a novel to someone?
Give me a send it. I'm on the menu.
Is that what sound your keyboard makes?
Well, when you hold down a button, yes.
Ah. There you go. And also, guys, just popped in. Is that scoreboard right? We scored for each team, says Mr. Billy. So that is indeed the correct scoreboard as we currently sit. And
have you guys subscribed to the Kiwi Lads Gaming channel here?
The Fijians, we did see Tamani Valu score. Alongside that, we did see a try for, I believe it was Naya, or I'm going to say it was Albert Tuisui because I can't say the other man's name, but he helped. And then for Australia, we've seen the try of Dylan Beach, seen the try of first try Hugh Sinclair, and then there was also the try more recently for the big man at number... other fella. Can't think of him now. What's his face?
I don't know.
I can't remember the
what
name.
I
apologize.
I haven't been listening.
Oh, yeah?
What do you say it again? Where were you at?
Who scored the tries for Australia? There was one other.
Last weekend.
No, this weekend. This game right now.
No, I have no idea.
You're with me? Or... All right.
Oh, Kiwis.
And also, we got Vula Vula isn't too good either. And says Marco, and also we've got their tops in the chat. Welcome in, mate. Hope you are doing well. Now, Hudson Crichton.
He's like, I like it. Let's play rugby. Oh, the Fijians are on there, so they'll get the ball and kick it. But I would waste a little bit of time.
And I'll take it to Tela was rested this week. He actually started, but he didn't do very well. So he has been taken off already. Currently 72 minutes through, and also what happened between Ben Volleyball and that actor Sheila. No idea.
Oh, yeah, that's right. He had himself a right good bird, didn't he? He was doing. She was a good-looking gal.
I think Pacific teams need to play more North teams. I agree. I hope that they do end up having more matches, because I was talking about this earlier on. Why couldn't we have this competition taking place during the Rugby Championship?
Well, yeah, I mean, these guys here should play against...
Like, there's no shortage of teams.
No.
You know, Italy. Bring Italy down.
Bring Italy.
And give them a chance.
I think Fiji can beat Italy.
Georgia versus Tonga and all those kind
of... I think the Australian sides have certainly pushed them. I think this is a good game, but what do they do when they're doing the Rugby Championship? Do the Fijians just do nothing?
I think so.
Well, what happens? You see, the thing is,
overseas.
Though, it's hard because a lot of these guys play for France clubs. So their season will start to become into pre-season when we're doing a Rugby Championship. And the issue is the French clubs are very bad when it comes to letting players go for international duties. And it's so annoying because Fijians and Samoans and Tongans need those players.
Yeah. Well, even without those certain players.
Yeah.
You know, actually, now that I think about it, a lot of them do play in the Bunnings NPC.
Yeah.
That probably ruins it a bit. as the domestic competition goes in. And Shailene Woodley left for Villa to get engaged to Tom Brady, 6-time NFL Super Bowl winner. True story. And
Really?
there's all.
Shailene Woodley. So that's an upgrade, isn't it?
Tom
She
Brady.
must be all right. Shailene Woodley. I'll give her a Google search.
I was like, they're not together anymore, says Edwin. And also, thinks New Zealand needs to play England more often. It's ridiculous. England are tooling Australia a second time in 6 years, says Marco Vonapola. Yeah, we do get to play them later on in the year, but it's just not really that often, is it? And also, we have got there, could you please show a little bit of Fiji, Australia, says Aroni. Sadly, due to licensing, if we show any match footage or audio, they do take you straight off YouTube. But I can recommend checking out Stan Sport or the All Blacks YouTube channel. You will be able to see yourself the highlights of this match that will be up in about 30 minutes' time. What do you think? You all right?
Yeah.
You need a moment?
Yeah.
You have such a good way of looking unimpressed, even when you may be impressed, you know?
Yeah. Shailene Woodley is a good-looking girl. My boy Ben Volavola was doing very well for himself.
Oh, it's a nice run from Hudson Croton. Was there an arm wrap there?
Oh, yeah.
And also, is a Vota and Ravovo playing. So, Upper Solomi Vota and Ravovo both out of this game. And also, George, you look stoned.
I'm not quite stoned. Not quite. I need drugs to do that, and I haven't had any yet. I'm just, I don't know. I'm just sitting here.
Oh, question. What is the score in Papua New Guinea versus Fiji now?
No one asked it.
No, that was my question. Okay, it says it's 140-0 after 17 minutes. And also, George would do a great Steve Hansen impression.
Yeah, you reckon?
Mm.
Yeah, just sit there.
You could be Steve Hansen and I could be Ian Foster, mate. You know? Oh, credit to the boys.
No, he doesn't even say that.
No, he doesn't. He just goes, oh, yeah, we play well. Love me a Barrett.
Yeah.
That's the...
Steve Hansen's like, don't ask stupid questions if you want a stupid answer.
And then I got Stuart Hogg.
He's like,
He's been bitten by a zombie. You know, it's a shame, really. That's why he's not playing in the game up against Argentina.
Is he?
No, he's not, because he's bitten by a zombie.
Why
Also, got a feel for Papua New Guinea. I think they have had 0 possession, says Northern. Yeah, every breakdown, Fiji will just take it back. I think Fozzie's 3, number 7. No, says Marco Vonapola. And also, I got best friend here, says Brandon. And also, Fozzie, no, says Rogue. Now, just out from their own line here, Fiji up to 79 minutes. Geez, that what? How is that now 79 minutes through when we have been keeping track with the time perfectly up till about the 70th minute? And now it's just going. I like Milo. Here's 1, 2, 3 MS.
Right. 1, 2, 3 movies.
And I was out at Samoa and Tonga game get on. Did the Three Musketeers play for Tonga, Falau, Piatau, and Fikatoa? None of them played. They were all out of that match, but in the end it was Samoa.
Why is that?
Who got
Falau's
themselves
injured. What about Piatau and Fikatoa?
I believe it's so that they can rest them for their game coming up in the World Cup qualifiers, since they aren't in the World Cup.
Falau's out for the season or something, isn't he?
Probably. And also that's because Steve Hansen is still in cop mode. Says David the Mod.
Steve Hansen's in I don't give a shit mode. I've been to his house.
It's the kind of mode that you're in 90% of the time, isn't it?
Yeah. I think that's a good mode to be.
It's a big kick from Villa. It hasn't found touch. In fact, it has, but it's gone dead.
Wow.
And also, wherever that Papua New Guinea stands for points not gained.
This is a serious upset we've just witnessed here, Hamish.
That is a big win, George.
18.
It is full time.
The Fijians weren't meant to lose that. That's seriously big, man. So she said, ooh.
I mean, to be fair, I thought that they were favourites. They may not have been.
Who are the Australians?
No,
the Fijians. Everyone did. I didn't think the Australians stood a chance.
And I'll say, how's your time in town?
This B-side just been an international side.
So Samoa won as well, says Mr. Billy. They did indeed. We did actually do a review of that match straight afterwards, and we're going to do the same thing of this one. I don't know whether or not we're going to have a George with me for that review, or whether he will be heading home.
I should probably head home. I'm pretty hungry, and yeah.
And upset as well, says Rio Gamer there. But nonetheless, the next live stream that we will be doing on the channel will be coming up in a very short moment. That is the 6:45 p.m. kickoff game between New Zealand and Ireland. It does kick off at 7:05, but we will be starting a little bit earlier on. Be sure to check out. No. Careful. You always You always drop it on the mouse and then things come up.
We'll have another lot.
Yeah, if we are at 225, George said it'd take me to KFC. You got to refresh. Got to refresh it. Slide it down. Oh no, we're one away.
24 subscribers.
And also, when does France play? They are playing at 6.
One person. 225 subscribers from the Kiwis gave them a famous Schultz KFC. Guess who's not buying them KFC?
And when North teams tour the South Hemisphere, let A teams play against tier 2 teams like Chile versus Scots A here. It would be pretty awesome to see an Aussie New Zealand mansion.
She's going to have to subscribe.
What's that? A fridge-sized cardboard box?
You don't count.
Hey. Refresh again, just because they wouldn't have had the chance to do it yet. That wasn't them.
That was
no one.
Was it not?
No, she wouldn't have been able to go in there in time because that will be on like Netflix or something, so he wouldn't have wanted to.
What, did you get one?
Yeah.
It wasn't me.
I thought you went in there and get one.
It just sub says Cool Bros in there as well. There you go, eh? Yeah, thank you all very much for tuning in.
That's at least I'm working on.
If you did enjoy, be sure to leave a like and subscribe to the channel, and we will be back for that next match, New Zealand versus Ireland, like I mentioned, but a review will be coming very soon. Thank you all very much for tuning in, and we will see you all for the next one.